All right, so we're diving deep today into the world of broccoli
Broccoli.
and all of its cousins, the veggies that maybe don't always get the love they deserve. We're talking about why broccoli is your best bud, the untold story of cruciferous veggies.
That's a fun title. I like that.
Yeah, it makes it sound like there's some big secret here, like broccoli's got this whole other life we don't know about.
And it kind of does, you know? I mean, we all have these ideas about food, right? Like what's good for us, what's not. But there's a lot of science that's actually showing a different story,
Hmm.
especially when it comes to these veggies.
Okay, so let's break this down then. What is it about broccoli and its family, like cauliflower, kale? You said Brussels sprouts. What makes them so special?
They're not exactly, the most glamorous things on the plate.
Right. I mean, I get it, but
Yeah.
but that's where it gets interesting. The excerpt talks about all these incredible health benefits. Like, did you know broccoli's full of antioxidants? I mean, yeah, I've heard antioxidants are good, but like what do they actually do?
Well, think of it like this. Antioxidants are like little bodyguards for your cells. They protect you from damage, like from pollution, stress, all that stuff. And the excerpt mentions this one study where people who ate broccoli regularly, they had way lower levels of these things called oxidative stress markers, which basically means their bodies were better at fighting off damage.
So it's like broccoli's got this built-in defense system.
Exactly. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, that's pretty wild. What else could these what did you call them? Cruciferous.
Cruciferous, yep, that's the family they all belong to.
Right, cruciferous. So what else can they do?
Okay, so they're known for these sulfur-containing compounds. Those are what give them that kind of bitter taste sometimes, but they're also what make them so good for you. Like broccoli's got this compound sulforaphane.
Sulforaphane.
Yeah, and research is showing it might actually help protect against certain types of cancer.
No kidding. So we're talking cancer fighting potential here.
Potentially, yeah. I mean, more research is always being done, but the early stuff is really promising. And it's not just that, they're also amazing for your gut.
Oh, gut health. That's a big one these days.
It is, and for good reason. Like all veggies, they've got fiber, which, keeps things moving. But the fiber in these guys, it's especially good at feeding the good bacteria in your gut,
Like
which can help with everything from digestion to your immune system.
Okay, so I'm starting to get why this is an untold story. I always just figured, broccoli was something you had to choke down because it was good for you. But this is making me rethink things.
Yeah, and you don't have to choke it down. There are actually tons of tasty ways to eat these veggies. The excerpt even has some recipes, like roasting broccoli brings out its natural sweetness. You can stir fry it with ginger and garlic. Some people even sneak it into smoothies.
Smoothies. I don't know about that. But roasting sounds good. I usually just, steam it or something.
Steaming's fine, but roasting really, really brings out the flavor. And it's the same with a lot of these veggies, like
No.
kale.
Kale. Okay, now you're talking. I actually like kale, especially in salads.
Salads are great, but you can also bake it into chips.
Kale chips, I've heard of those.
They're surprisingly good, and kale's packed with vitamin K, which is really important for strong bones.
Okay, so we've got broccoli, kale. What about cauliflower? That one seems to be everywhere these days.
Right. Cauliflower's super versatile, low in calories, low in carbs. People are using it for everything. Rice, pizza crust, you name it. Plus, it's got a good amount of vitamin C and choline, which is good for your brain.
Brain food. Okay, I'm sold. So I guess the takeaway here is that these cruciferous veggies, they're more than just side dishes. They're like nutritional powerhouses.
Exactly. And each one brings something different to the table. It's like having a whole team of superheroes in your fridge.
Love that.
Yeah.
So after this deep dive, what's the one thing you want our listener to walk away with?
Just that, eating healthy doesn't have to be boring. There are so many fun ways to enjoy these veggies. So get creative in the kitchen and find what works for you. What's one way you might try them now that you know a little more about them?
Maybe I'll actually give those kale chips a shot. Or maybe some roasted broccoli and cauliflower with some spices.
Sounds delicious.
Thanks for taking us on this veggie adventure.
My pleasure.
And to everyone listening, until next time, happy eating.